Hey guys, we're here at the Utica Children's Museum for the last day of We Need a Hero Con event fundraiser. All proceeds from yesterday and today's event go to support the Utica Children's Museum. We have creators of all industries here. We have artists, actors, directors, authors, performers, you name it, they are here supporting this great cause. Right now we are sitting with lead vocals and bass player Solon Tsangaras, Stonehill Lizards Band.
Yeah,
so thank you for...
You have to be in New York City to pronounce that.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's a tongue twister. Thanks for hanging with us.
Oh, thanks for having me on.
So what kind of musical genre do you do?
We try to keep it classic rock oriented. My guitar player Phil, he's a metalhead. He loves that. And we're all old, so but you're never too old to rock and roll.
That's true.
And I love the oldies, classic rock, and the drummer Dave. He's just all around everything. He loves it all. So we all get together, and yesterday, I don't know if you were giving a listen, we did a version of I Am the Walrus by the Beatles, but we kind of updated it to suit more Phil's desire to rock it out, and people seem to have enjoyed it. We kept the essence of the Beatles version, but we kind of smoked it.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. You kind of make it your own, but it's still...
Exactly.
Exactly.
I love the Beatles, so I could never... Anything that I do is not... I'm almost saying I'm not worthy, but it's my favorite band. My first record was All My Lovin' on 45 way back then.
Oh, yeah. So what are some skills needed or personal attributes that are most important to be successful in this business?
Mostly luck. A lot of people say, oh, I've schooled, I've been training, I've been practicing all this. You could be the best actor in the world, but if you're not lucky enough to meet and make the right connections, that's the way it is. And me personally, I lucked out in meeting John Russo, the man who wrote the original Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
And we became friends, and I got involved with him. And we just had a sneak peek preview of his latest movie, My Uncle John is a Zombie, where I play a main character in that.
Oh, that's fabulous. And congratulations.
Also wrote the music for it, too. They used some tracks off of my CD, and Russo wrote the lyrics to the closing theme called Beat 'em, Burn 'em, and I wrote the music, and I produced it with Dave, my drummer.
Oh, that's incredible. Congratulations. So how did you get into being a musician? Do you come from a musical background? Do you, musical family?
Not at all.
No.
Nope. Oddly enough, my parents, my mother especially, hated music. The only time there was any kind of music in the house was on Sunday, where my father would get out the old albums of Greek music and play it. And not even for that long either. If anything, you had 2 or 3 hours of music on their side a week. I would have my Monkees albums, my Beatles albums, and a funny story, a friend of mine turned me on to Black Sabbath, Paranoid, 1970, and my mother didn't want me to listen to that album because, the cover was just so terrible. So one day I had my big old headphones on, and I'm listening to Black Sabbath on my little turntable. But I managed to get around the, let's say, not being allowed to listen to it by holding a Monkees album cover. But I was busted one day. because my mother came up, I didn't see her, and she pulled out the headphone jack, and Fairies Wear Boots came blasting out of the speakers. So, as good a story as that is, when my band performs Fairies Wear Boots, I tell that story, because truth is stranger than fiction. You gotta have a good time with that.
Oh my God, that's cool. What personal advice would you give a new aspiring actor, musician that wants to break in to the business, and is just a roadblock here, roadblock there?
Don't give up. Simple as that. If you let it get you and you quit, it's your own fault. You got to keep plugging, no matter how down you feel or how negative a lot of people are. Oh, you'll never do this, you'll never do that. I've encountered that in my decades of this kind of business. But you don't let it get you down. And if you keep doing it, and if there's that one person who inspires you, that one person who says, you're good enough, keep going, you keep that in your mind. And I want to send props to my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Harriet Frangus, who said to me, you should be a writer. And here I am. I write screenplays, novels, and she also said that I should be an actor too, but that was more of a side thing. I'm doing that too.
There you go. It takes one person to encourage you.
That's right.
Just go for it.
And that's the voice that anybody out there who wants to do it, that's the voice that you have to keep in your head, to keep reminding you to keep doing it. Because for every one person that says, yeah, you're good enough, you can do it, there's 1,000 voices in your head saying, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
What are some typical mistakes that people make when trying to pursue this kind of a career?
Tough question. It goes back to keep trying, because one day you think you've reached your peak, you've reached your best, you'll do better. You keep going to that next, you keep looking for that next level.
Raise the bar just a little bit every time.
Yep, you raise your own bar. Sometimes you'll fall back. Don't let it discourage you.
Learn, right?
Learn, and again, keep that voice in your head, that's the one that said, yeah, you can do it. Even if it's your own voice, but usually there's that one person in your life that has said it.
Yeah.
Even if that person's no longer around,
they're still hanging around, yeah.
Yeah.
If you had it to do it all over again, would you pursue this type of career?
Yes, absolutely. And I saw a meme that said, blue pill, red pill. One of them will take you back in time for you to change things. One of them will take you 20 years ahead to see how it is. Would I go back and change things? Probably not. Because everything that I did then, all the crap, all the heartache, all the loss, all of this has led to today, where even though sometimes the music business is slow, even though nobody buys your book or the CD or nobody wants to see the movie, it's still there, and there's always that chance. I would not change it. I've had a rough road, but that rough road's been a lot of fun. There's been a lot of peaks.
That's good.
Keep trying.
Yeah, keep trying. Is it common for musicians to be out of work for long periods of a time?
Yeah, it certainly is, especially around this time, because they've changed certain laws. If you're a musician who plays in clubs, they've passed some kind of law where you have to what's the word I'm looking for? You have to claim all your earnings, and certain bands don't have a corporation.
Oh, I see.
Tax write-off. So some club owners have gotten around that by allowing bands to play as many times as there are members in the band. Then they write a check to the member and write it off social security number like that. Yeah, there are periods of time where, the day of doing 200 or 300 shows a year, for some, it's gone. It's just the situation nowadays, and hopefully it'll change. It's the club, up to the club owner to be a little bit more demanding to get laws passed for them to be able to expand their own business and to help the local musician.
Okay. So, do you have a day job?
Unfortunately, I'm disabled.
So you do this full time?
Yeah, I try. And in fact, I'm working with Carolyn Seabrook right now from The Walking Dead. We're working on a screenplay right now. And even disabled, I could sit down and write. It doesn't hurt much.
So how do you promote your band?
We have a Facebook page, Stonehill Lizards. Now, for those of you out there, Stone, S-T-O-N-E, Hill, H-I-L-L, Lizards, L-I-Z-Z-I-D-S. It's on Facebook. Check us out. And we have pictures of us at rehearsal or even at yesterday's show that we did here. And this video, for those of you who are unacquainted with Stonehill Lizards, even though it was our debut show yesterday, go to our page and check out the video. I even amazed myself, in fact. I was like, whoa, was that me? Yeah, I guess it was.
Do you have recordings of your own?
I've got a CD out now. It's for sale at my table. It's Solon Tsangaras, SOLON-TSANGARAS. I've got a Facebook page as well. And on my Amazon page. Just go to Amazon and check out Solon Tsangaras. I've got my novels there. I've got my CD there.
You got everything there.
Yep.
Amazon's a good place to go.
Yep, and they have free shipping if you're an Amazon Prime customer.
Are you looking for like an independent label contract, a major label contract, or are you happy with what you do now?
For the music business, I'd like just stay the way it is. My publisher, Gary Lee Vincent from Burning Bolt Publishing, where my books are available through as well, he takes care of all that business end for me. As I said, I can't do a couple of hundred shows a year anymore. I could do my acoustic show, which I'm doing today at 2 o'clock. And as far as my books go, I write the books. Gary takes care of the rest. So, Amazon folks.
Are you a fictional novelist?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, as far as fiction and nonfiction goes, one of our novels that I co-wrote with John Russo and Gary is called Belly Timber. It's a novelization of a movie that I had done a few years ago. That's actually based on actual events in Indiana, but they kind of twisted it and made it kind of a cannibal story, where I play one of the cannibals. Yeah, this pretty face over here looked pretty scary in Belly Timber. So if you go onto YouTube and look up Belly Timber, you'll see the 2 trailers available. And you might not recognize me. So yeah, but I just did a movie the other day with Matthew McConaughey called White Boy Rick, which is based on a true story. It's not a horror genre thing. It's about a crack dealer who turned FBI informant. And yeah, I play a crackhead, folks. So, fiction, non-fiction, whether in the music or whether it's in the movie or book business, whatever is good. That's it. That's what it is, folks. Keep it good and keep it real.
There you go. Well, guys, I've had so much fun talking with Solon Tsangaras here.
It took me a while to learn it myself. So.
Got to live in New York City. Here today at HeroCon 2017. Don't forget, hit that like button, leave a comment, let us know what you think of today's show and our guests. You can also check the guest link below. Remember to subscribe, log in, and stay tuned to see who we're hanging with next.